Hi, I'm here at the PokerStars EPT London. Earlier on I caught up with Gus Hansen and we had a bit of a chat. I'm here with Gus Hansen from Full Tilt Poker. Hi Gus, how you doing today?
Okay. Kind of looking forward to beating up on Daniel Negreanu. We'll see if I can accomplish that goal.
We will indeed. We'll come back to that a bit later on actually. I've got some questions for you. How does it feel to be back on Full Tilt?
If you ask me right here and now, I have two answers, and they're in complete opposite directions. It's great to be back. I mean, I really enjoyed Full Tilt. I've always enjoyed the software. I've always enjoyed the playing experience. Lately, which is probably not a secret, I've been doing really horrible online. Some astoundingly bad results. So I'm a bit bummed about that. So one good, one bad.
So is there any difference now that Full Tilt's come back? Anything that's, obviously you were part of the original Team Full Tilt. Is there any difference between that and the professionals from your point of view?
It's a smaller group.
Yes.
It's three crazy guys, and instead of some more methodical, rational thinkers, we just have three crazy guys. But no,
you said it, not me.
Obviously, there's a method to the madness. So,
Yeah.
but it's a different group. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I think it's a good. I think we have a good little group, and who knows? Maybe we'll add more in the future.
Okay. Well, coming back to that bad start online again, I mean, you obviously had a horrible end to 2012, and 2013 hasn't been looking up that much either. Have you any ideas what's behind that? Is it something that you're doing wrong, or is it something, or is it just down to plain variance?
I will blame a little bit of everything. One, I think I've been a little rusty. Basically, almost haven't played online for a year and a half, or at least very limited, and then getting back, jumping right into the action in different games, playing against the toughest players on all tables, basically Omaha high-low, triple draw, pot limit, Omaha mixed game, whatever, playing against the best players, being a little rusty. That's not good. I haven't been, I think I've been a little sloppy, a little lazy, not preparing myself well enough when I sit down. It's like I sit down, but maybe there's a TV show in the background, so
Yeah.
a little sloppy, a little lazy. I have not been lucky, I will say that. Hopefully not, at least. That would be really, really bad if I've been lucky in the meantime, losing that much. But so I think really it's a combination of those three, being a little rusty, not being 100%, not playing my A game against the toughest player in the world, and a bit of a bad run as well. So that's basically a lethal combination for losing your money.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So that's what I got to say.
Well, I've actually noticed I spend a lot of time writing about Victor Blom. I run a daily article on how he's been running. Both you and him seem to pick out the best players in the field to come up against. Is there a plan for that, or is it, are you really looking for the best games? Or
That's part of the insanity I was talking about earlier. No, well, actually it's a thing I've probably done in my entire career. It helped me a lot back in the days when I started playing backgammon. I rose through the ranks very quickly because I always made sure that there was somebody I could pick something up, learn from, and no matter what, it is easier to learn when you play against better opponents,
Yeah.
tough players. So in that sense, it's something I've always done. I think I should be a little more careful because obviously it's also harder to win when you pick the toughest opponents. So, and obviously with my result, I mean, I am not Bill Gates. So at some point I have to turn this around or slow down a little bit. Hopefully I can turn things around, but maybe also be a little more selective in the future.
I mean, I have to ask, who do you think's the best deuce to seven player out there at the moment?
Who's the best deuce to seven player out there? I would think going by result, it's Alex on Moon. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen who's the biggest winner.
It's Alex and Seb, I think.
But Alex has been absolutely annihilating me. It's like every time we play, he's been playing good, and he always has the best hand. Again, a tough combination to be up against. So it seems like he is the one I had the most trouble with. So, I mean, I would have to go with him.
Would you say Sally Wu for FLA?
08, I've played obviously against all three of the guys, and in my book, Sally would take the notch. Seems like she is, just at an impressive rate, making the right decisions of this and that, and obviously that's what it's all about in poker.
Coming back to the full tilt versus stars, the big thing that's going on today. It all started off from the tweet that you sent Daniel. What was your thinking behind that? Was it just a needle?
Well, I mean, we've been through it. I mean, I haven't exactly had too many hooray experiences online, and just surfing online, or maybe a fan brought to my attention that they liked that hand, this and that, and I thought, well, that was a good hand for me, and that basically kicked it off. I sent a little tweet, and he sent back a real needle.
He did, yeah.
That was good. I mean, you got to give him credit. That was very well thought out. It did sting a little bit, but I mean, that's how it goes. I'll survive. I'm a big boy now. So that kind of started off, and obviously now that we got this complete setup, we had to kind of get full tilt and stars involved, and we ended up with a pretty nice setup, I think.
What do you think about Daniel's picks? I mean, he had quite a large number of players to pick from.
I mean, I would say from my point of view, I did some great picking. Since I only had two, it wasn't that hard. But no, as far as Daniel goes, I knew they were basically in the mix.
Yeah.
Elke and Ike. That seemed pretty obvious. Obviously, there's other top players in there. Jason Mercier, Vanessa Zelst, amongst others. So he had a big group, and I think he did a good thing. He did a little tweeting and a little voting, and once he got down to 5 players, he did a little more voting. So, and that's how he ended up with those two. And I mean, obviously, from my point of view, very tough opponents. So it's going to be it's a tough task.
So the matchups you picked, you had you've got Elke against Victor, which we saw earlier on, and unfortunately for you, Elke swept. You've got Durr against Ike later on. I mean, how do you feel that's going to pan out?
Well, I think that on preparation, I think Stars is going to be the favorite. They're more methodical, where we're more hands-on, sit down at the table and play.
Yeah.
And I think from watching the match with Elke and Isildur, it seemed like Elke was a little bit better prepared for what he was going to do, and how he was going to deal with the different things that Isildur might throw at him. Where Isildur got a little flustered by the constant min raise by Elke. So I think obviously Elke is just not going to sit down and win 3-0 against Isildur, but I think from the play it looked like he had a better strategy, a more well thought out plan, and that could be part of the reason why he ended up winning that match. So hopefully we can come back. I mean, Ike, that's the one in the group I know the least about. I think I've only played against him like twice in tournaments for a short period of time, but the word is out he is as tough as nails.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows what's going on, and this format, sit and go format, supposedly is one of his strong points. So that's going to be tough task for Durr. Obviously, he's up for the challenge, and hopefully he can pull it off. And then, I mean, if he does that, then we have the walk in the park. I just have to beat Daniel. I mean, I've done it before.
I mean, do you have any tactics against Daniel? So obviously, I won't go and tell him, but...
No, I have some ideas. I mean, obviously, I would like to throw at him what he doesn't expect. But I'm not quite sure what he does expect. I do have a history of limping a lot in heads-up matches. Am I going to continue to do that? Maybe, maybe not. I haven't picked a specific scenario, and obviously, no matter what I start out, I have to vary my game no matter what. But I'm going to try and throw a couple of curveballs in there.
Okay. I mean, away from the tables, what's happening in Gus Hansen's life? I mean, there was some racketing. Was it racketing or racket?
Racquetlon.
Racquetlon.
Racket, L-O-N.
Okay.
Which is four-game sport. It's basically a decathlon for rackets. It's tennis, the most well-known, squash, badminton, and table tennis. And you compete in all four sports. And I did play the World Championship and had a decent tournament. I could have gone further than I did, but unfortunately, I guess that wasn't meant to be. But I had a good World Championship, and it's a fun sport. I'm definitely planning on kicking up my practice schedule and competing in the World Championship again late this year. So hopefully I can do better than my quarterfinal last year.
Brilliant. Are you planning to do any backgammon in the near future, or are you sticking to poker at the moment?
I am still a backgammon player. I've always said, and will always continue to say, backgammon is my A game. I'm a better backgammon player than I am a poker player. And I think, as far as backgammon goes, I haven't played that much, so I'm probably going to be rusty, as I mentioned about my online game in poker. But I'm going to pick up that very quick. I know that from experience because I've had lapses of not playing and then get right back into the action. So if I do not turn the internet around, maybe I'll get back to backgammon. But I don't have any plans. But I know the last couple of years they've had the World Championship of backgammon at the same time as the World Championship in poker.
The World Series.
The World Series. So that was an easy call for me. But this year they've actually moved it, so I'm probably going to play both this year.
Okay.
So that gives me a chance to win that title, which I haven't done before. But we'll see.
I mean, coming back to poker, do you have any goals that you want to set yourself for this year? I mean, obviously you want to get unstuck. Is there anything else beyond that you really want to do this year?
Well, the good news is that I am unstuck. I am not stuck.
You're not stuck, are you? Okay.
Well,
for the year, you've gone back.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck for the year. Yeah.
I was talking about.
I still have money in my pocket.
No.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
So my online numbers are not looking too pretty, but I can still afford a sandwich down the corner.
I mean, I'm not.
So in that sense, that's my main goal right now. Basically. Get on a little bit on a winning streak, not because luck turns around, but because I turn my focus around, maybe a little more selective, play better. That's basically my goal right now. Once I've achieved that, I did say once, obviously that's not for sure, because like we just pointed out, Alex and Moon is not easy to beat, Sally Wu is not easy to beat, so maybe I have to stay away from those guys. Who knows? But that's my main focus right now, to turn it around, and hopefully we can talk in a month from now, and it looks a little bit better. We'll see.
Well, here's hoping. Well, thank you very much for your time, Gus, and good luck in the EPT this weekend.
Cheers.
Thank you.